Hi everyone, welcome back to Tea and Divinity, where I use divination to give y'all the tea. It has been a while, life got in the way, but I'm back and I'm back with a bang. Today we're going to be doing 2024 overall predictions. We're going to see what the overall themes of your year is going to be, what's going to be going on. And yeah, I'm very excited. I was thinking of maybe doing a love specific 2024 predictions video, or maybe even a career specific one. So if you want me to do one of those too, let me know what you'd want to see. But yeah, let's get into it. I have 3 piles for you to choose from today. Take a moment to pause the video to really use your intuition to choose your pile, and then jump to the timestamp in the description and we could get right into it. But yes, here are the piles. Hi, Pile 1. Welcome to your 2024 predictions reading. Let's start by looking at the card you chose. So you chose the number 43, transition, which says, the frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of the ever-changing nature of existence and our lives, so that we could learn to let go, surrender to the process, and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. So that was the card you chose. And I'm going to start by showing you the rest of your oracles that I shuffled in advance for you. And these are going to give us the overall themes for your year. So we also have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. We have universe. We're all just stardust. We have the forgiver. Affirmation. I forgive myself and others with compassion for our human frailties. And this is the artwork on the back, since it's different for each card. And you actually got 3 from this deck. I was aiming for 1 from each deck, but 3 came out. So we also have the warrior. Affirmation, I can handle whatever life brings me. And the experimenter. Affirmation, I am strong and secure enough to experiment as I see fit. The back. And then we have the 8th house. A life or death issue, getting and using power and using other people's resources. And then if you flip it, the other side says personal power, the mysteries of life, and a major change. And then we have today I am in charge. Today I am in control of how I feel. Nobody can make me feel any other way than happy. And we have two animal spirit cards. We have the mouse and the deer. Okay. So pile one, let's see what we got here. So right off the bat, I could see that 2024 is going to be a year that really pushes you out of your comfort zone, because you have some sort of huge, major, like significant life change happening for you this year. Like I'm hearing like your life will never be the same again. I feel, and this is just an example, but for a lot of you, you might be becoming parents. You might be becoming new parents in the year 2024, but it doesn't have to be that. Some of you could be doing a major move. This could be to another state or country, or you could be entering a new career path that's totally different to what you were doing before. Whatever it is, this is going to be a major life change that is out of your comfort zone. And I feel like this life change could either be happening for you or for someone close to you. If it's happening for you, it could be one of the examples I mentioned, but if this is a major life change happening to someone close to you, it could be if you're a parent, right? Maybe your child is becoming a teenager, and so that's a major shift. And that is the teenage years aren't easy for anyone. It's not easy for the teen, and it's not easy for the parents. So it could be something like that, or maybe it could be your partner has to move for their work, and so you need to move with them. It could be something like that, but either way, this is a change that's going to be affecting you. And the major lesson you're going to have to learn this year is that you can't control everything. This change is coming in for you to teach you this lesson that you just can't control everything. Not everything is in your control. You can't predict and change the outcome for every single situation. And since that message is coming through, maybe this change comes as a surprise for some of you. And so maybe if you resonate with you're becoming new parents, maybe it's a surprise pregnancy that happens. Or even if it's not a surprise pregnancy, maybe this is your first child and you were not prepared for what parenting really entails or something like that. Or if it's a new job, maybe it comes as a shock because you got laid off of your old job out of nowhere. And now all of a sudden you need to find a new one and you weren't expecting that. Whatever the case is, this is definitely coming in to show you that, hey, you can't predict everything. So maybe you thought you would be at that job for the rest of your life, and then all of a sudden you get laid off, and it's like, and you're like, whoa, like I didn't account for this. Like this wasn't in my 5-year plan. You know what I mean? But this change and this year is really meant to show you the art of adaptation and how to really move with the flow of life, with the current of life, instead of trying to work against it to create an outcome that you think you need. Because I think your guides are working closely with you, especially in the year 2024. And they want you to know, like, hey, we got your back. We are looking out for you. everything doesn't have to fall onto your shoulders. You can trust us, and we'll help guide you in the right direction. But in order to let your guides guide you, you need to surrender some of that control. Because especially with the mouse card energy, I'm feeling, and this today I am in charge energy, I'm feeling like a lot of you tend to be very nitpicky, and you try to control every aspect of a situation so that the outcome is what you want it to be. But something you're gonna have to learn this year is, you know, you not everything is, you're not able to control everything, essentially. I will point out, with the animal spirit cards, we got both cards of the earth element. So you could have significant earth sign placements, but we also have the 8th house, which makes me think Scorpio. So Scorpio placements could be significant as well, but that doesn't have to be the case. Just pointing that out. But yeah, another lesson you're gonna have to learn is, you know, mistakes are inevitable. Nobody's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, and that's okay. That's part of life. And I think by learning to focus on the big picture stuff instead of trying to control every little detail, I think that's going to help you develop forgiveness for yourself for when these mistakes happen. And you know what? I'm someone that doesn't really believe in mistakes, and I don't believe in mistakes in the sense that I think everything happens for a reason. And I think that the big mistakes you may be making this year are meant to redirect you onto the right path. And so, for example, if you resonate with the example of you getting a new job this year, new career change. Let's say at your old job, you made a mistake at work, a huge mistake that ended in you getting fired, right? And your instinct is going to be to freak out, which is understandable, obviously. Like that's a normal human thing to do. But this is trying to show you that instead of thinking, okay, how can I possibly get this job back? Or how can I get back into the same field? How can I try to get back into the same workspace so I'm back where I was? Spirit is saying, well, why don't you try experimenting? I'm hearing Spirit say, is that really what you wanted to do for the rest of your life anyway? Like, is that truly your passion? Even if this is one of your passions, I'm sure you have other passions, and if you don't think so, you probably just haven't found them yet. And so this is giving you the opportunity to really think, okay, what else can I try? You know, maybe if your old job was accounting, right? If your old job was in accounting, and that's fine, you were good at accounting, whatever, but maybe you've always wanted to do music, but you put that passion aside because you were so focused on your accounting job, right? And so now that you are no longer at that accounting job, this is giving you the chance to set more time aside to explore that passion of music. This is just an example, but you know what I mean. And maybe you find that you love making music, and then maybe you start a band or something like that. But you're really meant to work with these changes happening in your life to really explore different things that you haven't tried before. Because I'm getting the sense that a lot of you could be kind of set in your ways, and this change is coming in to really shake things up and to be like, hey, why not try something else? Or why not be receptive to these other things we're trying to bring into your life? And I will say, you guys are definitely going to be successful in making these changes and going through this transition. But there might be a learning curve because, old habits die hard. It's not easy to make just a sudden change like this unless you're a Sagittarius. Unless you're a Sagittarius. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, these changes are really coming in to shake things up. And a message that Spirit has for you is, when these changes happen, don't fight these changes just because they're out of your comfort zone. They're out of your element. And you're worried that you won't be able to control everything because these things are so foreign to you. You're meant to learn. Everything is a lesson in this life. You're meant to grow. You're meant to learn. And these changes are not coming in to spite you, to make you anxious. Like it's meant to make you stronger in the end. Another message I'm getting is that this could be the year where you learn to really ask other people for help, because I'm getting this vibe that you guys are used to handling everything alone, right? You're used to handling everything alone. You like to be the one in control. And so because of that, you're usually the leader in settings, or if not like the leader in a group, just the leader of your own life, that you control every single thing that has to do with your own life. And so because of that, you don't like asking for help, because you kind of view that as the loss of control, because you have to rely on someone else. If this sounds like you, this is definitely going to be the year where you learn to ask for help. You learn to let other people in, to get other people's feedback. Let people help you this year, because I think there's strength and vulnerability. And I don't know if you could hear that. It's my dog in the background. But there's strength and vulnerability, and sometimes it takes vulnerability to ask for help. And so that's another major lesson I see you learning this year. But yeah, basically, I know you're a very detailed oriented person, but in 2024, do your best to look at big picture things. It doesn't really matter if you can't account for every single variable, every single factor. As long as you're operating from a place of love, you're going to be okay. Trust me. I'll repeat that again because it's important. As long as you're operating from a place of love, you will be okay in 2024, okay? You are going to be led exactly where you need to go. You don't need to account for every single variable, okay? So, yeah. Another message I'm getting for you is that you could be outgrowing a lot of people in 2024. And that makes sense because, a major life change like this can really change up who you hang around. Like, for example, if you are becoming a parent, maybe you don't have as much time to go clubbing or partying or whatever. And so those party friends, the friends that you would just go to the club with or whatever, this is just an example, guys, but those friends, maybe you don't have as much time to party anymore because you have to care for a whole child, and so you lose touch with those party friends because you don't have much in common anymore. Or if you're getting this new job, you find out that a lot of your work friends were just that, work friends. And now that you don't have work in common, you don't really talk to these people anymore. I do see this being a sort of natural thing of you outgrowing people. I'm not getting the energy of there's a harsh ending and there's drama and then you're mourning this loss and you're sad, and I don't get that energy at all. It's more of the energy of you just, you know, going separate ways. I don't know why I'm hearing silent quitting. I don't even really know what that means, but I'm hearing it. Silent quitting. But no, it's just outgrowing people, and you just stop talking and that's it. There's no really hard feelings. But I am getting, if there are people that you've been holding grudges for a while, this is definitely going to be the year where you learn to forgive and let go. And when I say forgive, I don't really mean you have to forgive these people that have done you wrong in the past. I'm talking more about forgiveness for yourself, right? Because when someone does you dirty, a lot of times, you know, I know this happens with me, it might happen with you. You might end up getting, you might be really hard on yourself. Like, why did I trust that person? Why would I let this person into my life? Like, oh, how was I so stupid? Like, how could I overlook these things about this person? And you could be really hard on yourself. This is the year where you're gonna finally learn to forgive yourself for these past mistakes. Again, I don't really think it was a mistake because there was probably a lesson you had to learn there, especially if these have to do with karmic connections. But yeah, self-forgiveness is a major theme as well. And I think that if you have been holding on to grudges against other people, this is going to be the year where you just release and you release the past and you move forward and start living in the present. Because I am getting a vibe with this group that either you're focused on the past and what happened in the past and what you should have, could have, would have done in the past, or you're focused on the future and how can I control this future outcome. And there's no in between. And this is really going to be a year where you're forced to focus on the present, because the present is constantly moving, constantly changing, and you have to keep up with the present to keep up with these major changes coming in. So yeah, some advice I'm getting for this year as well is to really stay grounded as much as possible. That's definitely going to help with staying in the present moment. And so stay grounded by getting outside, spending time in nature. I'm getting with this universe card, spend time looking up at the stars, stargazing, or just looking at the night sky, looking at the moon. Even better, if you have a telescope, definitely pull that out, look at planets, because I think by doing that, you're gonna help realize there's so much more than just you, if that makes sense. I know a lot of you get caught up in controlling all of these details of your own life, but by looking up at the stars, I think that's going to help put things into perspective of, oh my God, the universe is huge. There's so much more than just me, just this house, just this planet. There's so much more out there. Like I'm just a speck in the universe, like, you know what I mean? And I think that's really going to be humbling. And it's really going to help get you out of your head. Because I also see that this is going to be a year where you learn to get out of your head. Because if you're so in your head worrying about these different outcomes, you don't see what's happening around you, and you miss the beauty found in the present moment. And if you spend so much time overthinking, overanalyzing, over planning in your head, you know, a lot of the beauty in front of you is just going to pass you by. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing for your overall themes, pile 1. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at what's going on in the beginning, the middle, and the end of the year 2024 for you. I'm gonna be using this pink Rider-Waite deck. And I shuffled in advance so we could get right into it. So let's start with the beginning. What's gonna be going on for pile 1 in the beginning of 2024? Spirit, what's going to be going on in the beginning of 2024? Okay. Okay, and I think I'm going to lay all of the cards out first. So what's going to be happening in the middle of 2024, Spirit? And what's going to be happening for pile 1 at the end of 2024? Ooh. The whole deck, excuse me, spilled out. The end of 2024. Okay. Awesome. So let's start with the beginning of 2024 for you guys. We have the Hierophant, the Knight of Cups reversed, the Emperor reversed, and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, so I feel for a lot of you, this major change has to do with your career. And I feel like what's really bringing this change in is that you're no longer satisfied with this career. Maybe you once had a passion for it. Maybe you were once really inspired. Maybe when you first started out in whatever career path this is, or it doesn't have to be a career change that's happening, but whatever way of life you were living before this major change comes in, maybe at first you were really inspired by it, you had a lot of new ideas, whatever it was really sparked your creativity, but now, you know, you're just not that interested in it anymore. And so if you did resonate with the new parent example, maybe, you know, at first you liked not having kids, and you preferred it that way. You're like, I just want to live your life. I just want to live my life. I just want to go out and have fun and not have to worry about raising a child. But maybe now you're getting to the point where you're like, you know, maybe I do want something more traditional. You know, maybe I do want that family life. Maybe I do want to settle down now. Maybe I am ready to raise a kid. And And so you're just not resonating with the way of living that you used to be in. And so a lot of you are quitting if this is a career thing, or you're just deciding, I don't want to be stuck here anymore. I don't want to commit to this way of life I've been living. I want to seek what's really going to make me happy, what's really going to make me emotionally fulfilled. And now that I'm letting this thing go, I'm getting to do what I've always wanted to do, which is beautiful. So this major change seems to be coming in very quickly in 2024, because this is the beginning of the year for you guys. So yeah, even if this change is unexpected and it is a scenario where you get fired, or it's a surprise pregnancy, or you don't know, or you just weren't expecting this, I don't see you guys really being down and out for very long over it. I think very quickly you're gonna find what the new thing that you're meant to be doing, and you're gonna be very happy in it. You might be feeling a little unstable at first, because I mean, that's part of the lesson, learning how to deal with instability and learning what to do when life throws you these little curveballs. But you guys got this. I mean, the 9 of Cups, you guys got this. You're gonna be perfectly fine. But let's look at the middle of your year. For the middle of your year, we have the Hanged Man. We have the 6 of Wands. And we have the Knight of Swords. So yeah, I love this. Guys, you're going to be getting this epiphany of, oh my God, yeah, this is what I've always been meant to be doing. I feel like, because growth, I mean, we literally had the growth card earlier. Growth is a major theme of this year. And I think that this growth applies to spiritual growth as well, because I see that with the Hanged Man. You guys are going to be realizing why exactly this change needed to happen, because it ends up being such a blessing. You guys end up being on top. So let's say this is about a career change. Maybe you were doing well at your old career, but this new career, you're like the boss now. Like you're the boss, or you're just doing amazing. I see a lot of congratulations coming in for you guys, a lot of praise coming in. I think you're going to be really shining at whatever this new thing that you're going to be doing. If this is regarding being a new parent, I see, maybe you were stressed at first, understandably so, because, parenting is a lot. You were stressed at first, but once the baby comes in, everyone's like, whoa, like, you're handling this way better than we thought. You're really such a great parent. And I just see a lot of compliments, a lot of praise for whatever this new thing is. If this major change is about a move, I see you meeting a lot of people as soon as you move into this new place. You make a lot of friends, or a lot of colleagues right off the bat. And you're not going to be feeling lonely just because you're moving to somewhere completely different. You're really going to be shining in this new change. And as soon as you're settled in, things are going to move very quickly with the Knight of Swords. Things are going to get fast paced. And that's why it's important to learn that lesson of how to be adaptable, because, when things really pick up the pace and life starts moving super fast paced, you need to learn how to keep up. And so it's like when this major change comes in, it's like this little test you're going to pass of, okay, can you really roll with the punches? Can you be adaptable? Can you be receptive to these new things we're throwing at you? If the answer is yes, then we know you can handle everything else that comes with this change, and things start moving in pretty fast for you. But I see you shining. I see success, and you're gonna do great. And so now let's look at the end of your year. For the end of your year, we have the moon reversed. We have the Three of Swords reversed. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. So I think the end of 2024 is a major theme for the end of your year is going to be healing and shadow work. I think a lot of these things that you've been repressing, maybe trauma or self-limiting beliefs, whatever it is, a lot of that is going to be coming to the surface. My nose is getting stuffy. I'm so sorry. A lot of that is going to be coming to the surface, and the reason that it's coming up is because it's essential for you to be able to move forward with your life. Your guides really want you to shine. They want you to keep succeeding. They want you to keep moving up the ladder. Yes, you're going to be successful in the middle of the year, but that's not going to be your peak. Like, your guides want you to keep succeeding, keep moving up. But in order to do that, we need to address these things first, the inner work. We need to do that shadow work so that there's nothing holding you back anymore from living to your fullest potential. Because life is going to go on with the Wheel of Fortune. Life is going to go on either way, whether you choose to do this inner work, whether you choose to commit to your healing. Either way, it's going to move on, but it's up to you, really, if the Wheel of Fortune is going to be upright or if it's going to be reversed. Because I think that if you do this healing at the end of the year, things are going to move a lot smoother. If not, it's kind of like there would be a lot holding you back in a sense. But it came out upright. So I do see you guys, and we have the Three of Swords reversed. You guys are removing these swords from your heart. You're going to do the healing that you need to be doing. And potentially there could be another surprise coming in at the end of the year. I know some of you are like, another surprise, but no, these are good things, guys. These are good things. There could be another surprise where you need to apply the lessons you learned of being adaptable, rolling with the punches, not fighting the current of life. And I think you're going to pass that test with flying colors. I don't even see much of a learning curve, because you know what? You've already done it. You've spent this whole year doing that. And so when this new thing comes in, it's like, I'm more than ready. I'm more than ready to handle this. And I see you ending the year really feeling like things are going your way. Even if you don't know what is around the corner, you have confidence and faith that whatever it is, it's meant for you and you can handle it. And so that's beautiful. I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much, Pile 1, for letting me read for you. I hope this helped. I hope you have an amazing 2024. I hope you have a great holiday season if you're watching this when I post it. If you want a personal reading, feel free to check out my Etsy. It's linked in the description. I'm going to be adding more listings to that soon. But yeah, thank you, pile one. I hope you have a beautiful day or night whenever you're watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. Pile two, welcome to your 2024 predictions reading. We're gonna start by taking a look at the card you chose. So we have number 14, communication, which says the frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. So that is going to be the overall theme of your year. And then I pre-shuffled some oracle cards from different decks to get a better picture of what the overall themes of 2024 is going to be for you. So the cards I pulled for you are the Cosmic Egg, also known as the Divine Feminine. I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever-expanding love. We have Mouse. Be persistent and incisive, and all obstacles will be overcome. We have Luna Moth. And 3 came out with this deck. So we also have Palomino and Sea Turtle. We have my thoughts manifest my reality. I hold the power to choose them. I must jump first. I know the universe will catch me. Alone time. And new moon, a new start is coming. So, pile 2, in 2024, well, first of all, let me just say that this card in the guidebook for this deck, this card was on page 214, and we got the number 2 in this alone time card, and you guys are pile 2. And we have 14 in this communication card. So 214 seems to be really significant. So Valentine's Day might be a really significant day for you. Just something to keep in mind. But yeah, in 2024, pile 2, you're going through a complete rebirth. Like, I'm hearing the lyric, the Lotto lyric, rip me out the plastic, I've been acting brand new. Like, that's gonna be the energy you guys are in. Like, you are going through some sort of huge glow up. You're gonna be emerging as your best self in the year 2024, and I don't say that lightly. Like, this is huge, the transformation that you're gonna be going through. Oh, also real quick, if you felt drawn to pile 1, I do recommend checking that out, because we also got a mouse card. It's from a different deck, because I'm using different oracles for each pile. And I'm seeing some similar energies. So if you did feel called to pile 1, feel free to check that one out. But yeah, pile 2, you guys are going to be an unstoppable force in the year 2024. Like, there's gonna be no obstacle you can't overcome. It's this energy is amazing. It's like obstacles aren't even gonna be really obstacles to you. There's a car alarm going off out there. but so I'm taking that as confirmation. Yeah, anything that stands in your way isn't going to be there for long. Like, you wow, you're gonna be incredibly powerful. It's like I'm getting the imagery of like a phoenix rising from the ashes. It's like you're emerging like as this brand new powerful force. It's really beautiful. And speaking of power, I think that your manifestation abilities this year are going to be incredibly strong. If you haven't started manifesting, this is going to be the year to start, because I see you being able to manifest whatever you want, essentially. I think that verbal manifestation techniques, so like affirmations, for example, verbal affirmations, that is going to be your most powerful method of manifesting. But I also see that written manifestation, so like scripting, could be very helpful as well. I do see that some of you might be getting into using the law of assumption to manifest, because this card saying my thoughts manifest my reality, I hold the power to choose them. This really reminds me of what the law of assumption is all about. So you might be looking into that. But either way, your manifestation ability is going to be very, very strong in 2024. I'm also hearing to write a list of your New Year's resolutions. Even if you're one of those people that you're like, oh, no one ever really completes their New Year resolutions. I never finish mine. There's no point. Do it. Do it. Spirit is saying do it, because because listen, everything you write down on that list, you will achieve by the end of 2024. I can guarantee you that. You are going to meet all of your New Year's resolutions, because like I said, you're going to be this unstoppable force. And if you want something, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. That being said, I do see you have this beautiful balance of hard work and resting this year. I do see you guys being incredibly hard workers, but that being said, you're not going to be the people that run the risk of burnout, because you're going to know exactly when it's time to take a break, and you're going to honor that. You're going to take those breaks that you need. And I'm feeling that a lot of you are very sensitive to energy. A lot of you could be empaths. And so, empaths need more alone time, more resting and recharge time than other people, because soaking up all of this energy from other people could be really exhausting, so whether you start feeling tired from all the hard work you're doing, or tired from all of the social interaction or the energies that you've been absorbing, once you get that feeling of, okay, I need to rest now, that's exactly what you're gonna do. And I see you really prioritizing that time for self-care and prioritizing your need for alone time in 2024. Like, I see you saying, okay, let me go on a walk now. Let me just lie down, close my eyes, and listen to my music. Let me go on a solo trip to the beach, or let me just be alone in my room. Whatever it is that you like to do to rest and recharge and to be alone, that's gonna be something you do often in 2024. And I also see that you guys are learning how to set boundaries when it comes to this. So when you do need your alone time, and let's say there's someone else that really wants to hang out with you, you're learning how to say, listen, I love you. Like, I'd love to spend time with you another time, but right now I just really need to be alone. I really need to rest and recharge. And, maybe because you're so empathetic in the past, even though you were drained and tired, if someone still wanted to spend time with you, you would do it anyway. because you felt bad saying no, but this is going to be the year that you really put your foot down and in a kind way set boundaries and say, look, I love you, but I can't hang out today. Or I love you, but I just don't feel like being on my phone today. It's nothing personal. But yeah, I am saying that also that some of you, of like a few of you might be in a long distance relationship in the year 2024. Or if not a relationship, you might be away from your loved ones for some reason. But I see you handling this separation or this distance with grace. Even though you guys are apart, you still find a way to upkeep that communication, and you utilize communication to keep this person or these people close even though there's distance here. And so even though you guys are apart, you're still able to create a sort of intimacy between you two through this communication. So you might, for example, maybe you're FaceTiming often or texting or calling or whatever it is. But you don't really feel the strain of that distance. You know what I mean? And also, I'm getting that you guys are the type of people that like to be free anyway. You love that freedom. You love to be able to just go off on your own. And so a long distance thing, I don't think is necessarily going to be too hard on you, because I don't see you guys are the type of people that if you're in a relationship, you want to spend 24/7 together. Or at least you won't be that way in 2024. You're really going to value your alone time, your rest time. But even though you're resting a lot, you guys are far from lazy. No, you guys are go-getters. You still go after everything you want. Yeah, you still achieve your goals. So I think this is a beautiful balance that you're going to have in 2024. I'm also getting a huge message of creativity. So maybe one of the things you like to do to rest and recharge in 2024 is to tap into your creative gifts. I actually saw a TikTok right before filming this of a guy playing a guitar, and I usually don't get those types of TikToks on my For You page, so maybe that's a message for you guys. Maybe some of you guys are exploring music, making music, or maybe even just listening to music more. But whatever it is, there's some sort of creative outlet you're gonna have to really express yourself in new ways that you normally can't. I'm so sorry about my dog barking. Yeah, let's see what else. Oh, I also see that because we have the sea turtle, and also in this alone time card, this lady is in the ocean. I think the ocean could be incredibly healing for you in the year 2024. If you have access to an ocean near you, definitely consider visiting it, like going to the beach or whatever, when you feel like you need that rest and recharge time, because I think that's going to be incredibly healing for you. Or maybe some of you might be taking a trip to somewhere that has a beach, or somewhere by the ocean, and that's going to be an incredibly healing trip for you as well. So yeah. But if not, bodies of water, and even, taking a healing shower where you set the intention to cleanse your energy, that's incredibly healing. Water in any form, in my opinion, can be incredibly healing. So, yeah, it's like what you make of it. But yeah, I just feel this incredible balance for you guys this year. It's like you're working hard but resting hard, and also you have your alone time, but you're still keeping up with the people in your life, by keeping up that communication. So that's beautiful. And speaking of communication, I think that your guides are going to be communicating with you more than ever in the year 2024. You're going to start seeing a lot of signs from your spirit guides or your angels or whatever it is you believe in. This could be like synchronicities, numbers, patterns, whatever it is, or even just intuitive whispers, you know. I think you're going to be so tapped in and connected to the universe that these messages are just going to come flowing in and come easy because you're actually receptive to them, which is beautiful. And so because of this, I feel like you're going to have this, you're going to have a stronger faith than you've ever had before. And it's like you have this faith in your guides or God or spirit or whatever you believe in, that no matter what happens, they have your back. Like no matter what happens, you're protected. And because of that, you're inclined to explore, you're inclined to start new things, to try to step out of your comfort zone and really try new experiences that maybe you've never done. I see you knocking off a bunch of bucket list items this year, which is awesome. And you know, we have the Luna moth here, which the Luna moth has an incredibly short lifespan. Like they mate, they eat, and then they die. But then on the other hand, we have the sea turtle who lives a very long life, and it takes decades for them to reach full maturity. And so because of this, what I'm getting from this is that you're not afraid to dive into new things, because even if something lasts a really short amount of time, it's a really short situation or a really short connection, or if something lasts the rest of your life or for most of your life, either way, you know that you learned something from this experience, and regardless of the length of time it lasted, this experience taught you things and added value to your life, right? Because let's say, for example, you do start making music, right? And maybe you do, let's say you start a band, right? Let's say you start a band. And maybe, you know, this band doesn't last very long. Maybe you figure out it's not your thing, or maybe you're not working with the right people, and so you part ways. But even though it was short-lived, you feel good about it because you know that it's worse to live with the what if of, oh, what if I tried that? What if that really worked out for me? And you know, you're learning what you liked and what you don't like, who you can work with and who you can't work with. And because of that experience, even though it was short, you come out a little wiser. And because of that, you come out stronger and more prepared for your journey. But speaking of wisdom, I also see you tapping into past life wisdom this year, because the sea turtle is an incredibly wise animal, lives a long time, and it accumulates wisdom over the years. I see you really tapping into, you know, past life wisdom, past life talents that you've had, and utilizing that to your advantage this year, which is beautiful. And speaking of beautiful, you guys, the glow up is more than just physical, but I do see a strong physical glow up for you as well. Like you are gonna be more attractive than ever in 2024. I see you attracting a lot of attention, actually, and you might be drawing people to you like a magnet because of how attractive you are. And you know, then that makes sense why you would need more alone time, because that could be very overwhelming. Like as an introvert or as an empath, I mean, attracting people to you left and right, that could be very overwhelming. And so that's why it's so important for you to prioritize your alone time in 2024. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you, pile 2, for your overall themes. And now I'm going to use tarot. I'm going to use tarot to really see. I'm using a pink Rider-Waite deck. I'm going to use tarot to see what is going on for you in the beginning of 2024, the middle of 2024, and the end of 2024. I'm just shuffling real quick because I forgot to shuffle this deck in advance. But yeah. Okay. Let me clear some space here. All right, let's see. Spirit, what is the beginning of 2024 gonna be like for pile 2? What is the beginning of 2024 gonna be like for pile 2? One more card. Okay, thank you. Okay, and what is the middle of 2024 gonna be like for pile 2, Spirit? Okay, and what is the end of 2024 gonna be like for pile 2? Oh. Okay, perfect. We got all our cards. So let's start with the beginning. For the beginning of your year, we have the 9 of Cups reversed. We have the Fool. And we have the 2 of Cups. So pile 2. As soon as the year starts, you're feeling, okay, it's time to make a change. It's time to make a change. That's what I keep hearing. It is time to make a change. It's like this feeling of, I want more than what I have. And I don't even, and that might sound a little bit ego-based, but I feel it more in the sense of like, you've outgrown the box you've been in. You're ready. You're ready to explore new things. You're ready for a new chapter. Maybe at one point where you were at was like satisfying for you, but I think it's gotten to a point now where you're like, okay, I know that there's more for me out there than this. And with the Fool here, you go out and find it right in the beginning of the year. Maybe as you write these New Year's resolutions in the beginning of the year, you're realizing there's so much you still want to do or see or accomplish that you haven't done yet. And so this feeling sets in of like, well, what am I waiting for? Why have I waited so long? Let me just go out and do this. And so you start cracking on these resolutions right in the beginning of the year. And immediately you embark on a new chapter. You embark on this beautiful new chapter, and pursue some sort of new opportunity. And, you know, with the Fool here, it could require a leap of faith. But like I said, you have no problem taking leaps of faith next year because you have this beautiful faith in the universe and in your guides and everything, that you're going to be just fine no matter what happens. Even if you jump and you land and fall flat on your face, like, you learned something there. You know now, okay, let me not jump off that cliff again. You know what I mean? But I see as soon as you take this leap of faith, there's someone you meet that's really significant on your path. And I don't think you would have met this person if you didn't take this leap of faith. And so this is so incredibly affirming to you, because you're like, okay, yes, I'm proud of myself for having the confidence to do this new thing, because if I never did it, I would have never met this person. And I'm hearing match made in heaven. So this could be a really significant person. If you guys are single, this could be a romantic partner that you're meeting. But if you're in a relationship, this could be like a really close friend or some sort of soulmate, because remember, soulmates aren't always romantic. There's plenty of platonic soulmates as well. This is some sort of soulmate that you're meeting that is really here to kind of uplift you and support you on your path. And even if you meet this person and then have to part ways soon after, because I was channeling a long distance relationship, and maybe, long distance doesn't have to be like you are thousands of miles away or anything. It could be just be like they're in like the next town over or something, or maybe one or both of you is just really busy and you don't have a lot of time to spend together. Even if that's the case, where you have to meet and then part ways for a little bit, I still feel you being incredibly connected to this person. And if you two choose to keep in touch or keep in contact, you are upkeeping this communication. So it'll be like, maybe you're busy with work, but as soon as you get a break, you send this person a text to be like, hey, thinking of you, or something sweet like that. Even if there's distance, you still feel incredibly close to this person. And this person is going to be like the cherry on top to these new things that you're pursuing. So that's beautiful. So that's happening in the beginning of 2024. Now let's look at the middle of your year. For the middle of your year, we have strength. We have the Four of Cups. And we have the Six of Pentacles. So let's see. What am I feeling? I think it's the middle of the year when you really start working hard, and, you really... what's that? Put your axe to the grindstone. I don't know if that's the right phrase, but it's it's that phrase I'm thinking of. Where you really, kind of put your head down and start working hard. And I think it's because whatever new experience I think you're going to be coming into a lot of new experiences next year, but whatever the main thing you're committing to is, it's like, it does, even though, it's exciting to start it, it does require work to maintain it. But you do a good job of really harnessing that inner strength to keep going. Because it's not, what's hard isn't really the work itself. It's more about the mindset. You know what I mean? The mindset to keep yourself persevering. Like, for example, a lot of people say that when it comes to working out or going to the gym, the hardest part is like getting up and doing it, getting up and going to the gym. Because once you're there, you're like, okay, let me work out. But it's the hardest thing to like get yourself in the car and then drive there. And that is really about mindset than the actual act of like, driving to the gym or whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's like that's the mindset that you're going to work on mastering this year. But then we have the Four of Cups. And with the Four of Cups, I do see you potentially hitting a lull in this. Like, yes, you've been working hard, but then but then, like I said earlier, you're learning how to balance hard work and rest. And so in the middle of the year, you might be feeling, okay, like I need a break. I need a bit of a break. I can't be going so hard. And I see you made a lot of progress. So it's definitely a break that's deserved. But I do see you being in the mindset of like, if I'm gonna keep going with this, like I'm gonna need to take some time off first, because I don't want to run the risk of burning out. You know what I mean? So you're taking that time to rest and recharge. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. So I see someone giving you an incentive or a pick-me-up in order to keep going. I'll give you an example. Let's say this is a job that you've been working hard in, but then you feel like you need a break. Like you know you run the risk of burning out, and you're like, I need some time off. Like I need to rest. And then you take that time to rest, but then when you come back, or when it's time to come back, your boss is like, hey, pile two, I wanted to discuss with you giving you a raise, or I wanted to discuss with you giving you a promotion, because I've seen how hard you've been working. And you deserve to be compensated for that. And that's exactly what gives you the spark and the motivation to get back into it. You're like, yes, like like this is exactly the spark I needed to keep investing energy into whatever this is. I'll give you another example. Let's say this is about a relationship you've been investing in, right? Maybe in the middle of the year, you feel like this relationship is getting a little stagnant. Like maybe you're thinking, there hasn't been an equal give and take, or whatever it is, or you haven't been making progress in this connection. And then here comes your partner to be like, will you officially be my boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever? Or if you're in a more established relationship, will you marry me? Or will you move in with me? Or something like that. Or they say, I love you for the first time. You know what I mean? It's something like that. Someone gives you something to keep you going. And I don't mean this in like a breadcrumby way. No, not at all. Like this is something that's been a long time coming, and it's something that's deserved, and it's something substantial. Whether it's material or not, it means a lot to you. So yeah, that's beautiful. And then now let's look at the end of your year. We have the Queen of Swords reversed, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and the Queen of Cups. And so this is exactly what I mean when I say that you are overcoming obstacles with ease. I think anyone or anything that is slowing you down, that's distracting you from your goals, in an unhealthy way, because distractions can be healthy. That's why we have that rest and recharge time. Distractions can absolutely be healthy, but anything that's distracting you in a negative way, like energy vampires, for example. Anyone or anything in your way, they're getting cut. They're getting cut with no mercy. I see you not having any sort of tolerance for anything that's slowing you down. And because you're clearing out these obstacles left and right, you start to discover that you have a lot more free time now that these distractions are out the way. And so with the Queen of Cups, I'm seeing you guys get into an energy of, oh, now I have time to pursue my creativity. Now I have time to pursue my passions here. Because the Queen of Cups is just a well of creativity, right? And I see, like, now that you don't have to worry about, you know, all of the stuff that's negatively affecting your energy and your progress, you have time now to, you know, not only focus on your goals, but also to focus on your passions, the things that inspire you, whether that's music, painting, like whatever, or writing, whatever creative outlet you have. I see you really tapping into that and focusing on that in the end of the year, as soon as you cut off, you know, these energy vampires. Because, you know, if you have people and situations that are just sucking your energy and not really giving you much in return, I mean, what energy are you gonna have for yourself and for your own passions? You know what I mean? And I think you realize this at the end of the year, and that's why you're really working to cut these negative distractions out, because you see the beauty in you see the beauty in your creativity and your passion, and because of that, you feel called to create. And if that means cutting out this person and that situation and this and that in order to have the energy to create, you're gonna do that because you're realizing you have so much untapped creativity within you that you haven't been exploring to your fullest potential. And you're gonna do just that in 2024. So pile 2, I'm gonna leave your reading there. This was great. I hope this helps, and I hope you have a wonderful 2024. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. If you're watching this in December when I post this, thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you would like a personal reading, I am offering some on my Etsy, which is linked below, and I'm going to be adding more listings to that soon, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, thank you, pile 2. I hope you have a beautiful day or night whenever you're watching, and I'm wishing you the best, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your 2024 predictions reading. Very excited. Let's get into it. Let's start with the card you chose. So you chose number 42, Tantric Journey. And this says, the frequency of tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. So that's the card you chose. And then we're going to start by looking at the other oracles I shuffled out for you. And this is going to help give us a look into what the overall themes for 2024 are going to be like for you guys. So to start, we have Archangel Faith. With faith, you are invincible. Believe in yourself. So she is an archangel that may be significant for you in the year 2024. We also have forgiveness. We have the Forest. And the Heart. We have square or semi-square tension. We have trine or sextile symbiosis. We have 12th house introspection. We have Aries and Virgo. Who they are, the awkwardly loving duo. Where you'll find them, climbing up a dormant volcano since their connection feels like one. What you'll remember, there's so much more than meets the eye. And we have magic. So, pile 3, your 2024. I don't know why I'm getting such a big enemies to lovers vibe. Do you know that trope? Enemies to lovers. Now, there's definitely a very significant person in your life this year, but I won't assume it's a romantic person because this isn't the love specific predictions reading. But if you do want a love specific reading, like I mentioned in the intro, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm getting a big enemies to lovers vibe. And what I mean by that is I feel like there's someone that at first you may not really get along, but then you're gonna grow to love them. And since this person is coming through so heavily in this reading, I think they're gonna play a big part in your year, at least for most of the year. I feel like at first you meet this person, or maybe you already know this person, but if you do, you don't know them very well yet. But you meet this person, and at first it seems like you have nothing in common. It's like you're oil and water. And like for some of you, maybe things start off really rocky with this person. Like maybe you start arguing a lot in the beginning, or there's a lot of disagreements. Or if things are on the lighter end, maybe you're just awkward with each other, and maybe like this is the type of person you get around and you don't really know what to say. You know, like there's a lot of awkward silence, and it seems like you don't have a lot in common. Like maybe you say maybe you're like, I don't know, I love the color pink, and this person is like, oh, I hate the color pink. My favorite color is black. And you're kind of just sitting there like, okay. Well, I like pop music, and they're like, oh, I hate pop music. I only like rock music. And you're just like, okay, so what do we have in common then? You know, things are awkward in that way. But, oh, and by the way, since we had Aries and Virgo come out, you or this other person could have Aries or Virgo placements, but we also have the 12th house here, which makes me think of Pisces. So Pisces placements could be significant as well. But yeah, so there's this person that at first it's like there's not, it just, you don't get along too well, it seems like. But then I feel like you get to this point where you're like, you know, why am I rejecting this person off the bat? Or why am I writing this person off just because they're different than me? And I feel like you're going to spend a lot of time meditating on this connection, not even just in the beginning, but through the duration of this year. You spend a lot of time thinking and meditating on this connection. And that's when you have this epiphany of, yeah, why, like, shouldn't I give this person a chance? Shouldn't I at least get to know them a little more before I write them off? And am I rejecting this person right off the bat as a defense mechanism? Which these could be incredibly profound realizations, but that's what the 12th house is all about. And I feel like that's the energy you're going to be in, because you guys are incredibly deep people. And and because of this, you know that there's a lot within you that other people don't get to see off the bat, right? And so you're like, well, maybe it's the same with this person. And that's what inspires you to give this person a chance. And, you know, if this is someone you already know, and you do already have a history with this person, I do see you either forgiving this person or this person forgives you, or it's you both have things you need forgiveness for in this connection. And so it goes both ways. And so you could be choosing to give this connection another chance. And things do go much better this year. But if this is a newer person, someone you just recently met, or someone you're meeting in 2024, it's either just things are kind of awkward because, you know, it's real fresh, or you just had a rocky start. You didn't get off on the wrong foot. Things could have started off with like disagreements or arguments. Maybe you thought this person was rude, or they perceived you as rude, but that's not really their true nature. It's just maybe, you know, someone's just a little rough around the edges. But yeah, once you have that epiphany of, you know, let me give this a chance, let me get to know them. Once you start really getting to know each other, I think you're gonna realize you're both two sides of the same coin. You're both very different, right? But I feel like your core values and beliefs are pretty much aligned, and you guys complement each other well, in the sense that you have what this person is missing, and this person has what you're missing. And so when you come together, you have the potential to really make magic here, because you help balance each other out so well. But since the differences, like the specific differences can be so different, I think at first it's a little jarring with this person, and that's where this tension comes in. And once you really let this person in, you give this person a chance, you get to know them, I just see you getting so lost in each other. And then they become fascinating to you, and you're fascinating to them. And it's like, I just want to get to know everything about you. You know, it's like you're in awe of this person. And I see this person start to give you butterflies, which is so cute. But yeah, I feel like this definitely could be a soulmate of some kind, or at least some sort of karmic connection. But, you know, this person has your heart, whether this is a romantic connection or not. This person ends up stealing your heart, and it's so unexpected, because I feel like if I were to tell you this, like this person would like steal your heart and you'd grow to love them. At first, when you meet them, you'd be like, are you crazy? Like, this person, like, we have nothing in common. Like, or like, this person was so rude to me, or like, what are you talking about? But I feel like you just got the wrong impression of them. And once you get to know their what lies deep within them, once you get to know that side of them that that not anyone just gets to see, you get to know who they are when they're alone. That's when you really start to love this person, or fall in love with this person. And I feel like it could even get to a point where you feel like the two of you are like inseparable, or you always find a way back to this person. Because I do see like there could be a lot of kind of arguments and stuff in this connection. Maybe you do disagree a lot on a lot of things, but even if you're like, you know what, like screw this person, like I'm done, like I'm so sick of it, I feel you finding your way back to this person every time. You know, the forest talks about it talks about getting found by getting lost, you know? And I feel like that's exactly what this connection is going to be like for you. Because, you know, there's going to be some nights where you're like, I don't even know how this is gonna work. I don't know. I don't get it. Like, we just seem so incompatible. But once you really start exploring that forest, you know, diving deeper into it, you get to know them, and you realize, like, oh, like, there's so much here to explore. Why am I gonna write them off based on one little thing when they're so multifaceted? They have so many layers, and it's beautiful because you're the same way, and this person, I feel like they feel the same way about you, and that's why you just have the time of your life getting to know each other. And so I feel like at some point in the year, you both get to this point of how did we get here from where we started, you know? And it seems like you built something so strong and so beautiful out of nothing. But I'm here to tell you, like, it wasn't out of nothing, because what you built this foundation on was faith. You know, deep down, both of you had faith that that this connection could work out, and there's something worth exploring here. And that faith is what kept you two coming back to each other every time. And when I say that, that even makes me think of past lives. So maybe this is not your first lifetime together, and maybe this is the type of connection where you find each other in every lifetime. But either way, like, you always come back to each other, and it's beautiful because there's so much love here, you know? There's so much love here. And maybe this person is, like, just not your usual type. They're not who you thought you would end up with if this is like a romantic type of connection, or if this is like a friendship or something. They're different than all your other friends, and you never thought you could be friends with this type of person. Whatever it is, it's like this connection was meant to show you what happens when you're receptive to new and different things, new and different people, new and different experiences. And this really helps to expand your consciousness of what's out there in the world. You know what I mean? So this is beautiful. And I will say, and this is an 18 plus message right here, but I see a lot of good sex in 2024. Okay? I see a lot of good sex, especially if we're talking about if this person is like a romantic connection. I see a lot of amazing sex with this person, and amazing makeup sex, because I know you two will be arguing all the time, but you know what? And honestly, arguing all the time, I don't think it's serious arguments. Yeah, like, it's like, you know, like silly little arguments, like, oh no, this type of food is definitely better than this other type of food, because those are where your differences really lie. Your differences lie in, like, the little mundane things, but who you both are at your core is very much similar. So it's like, it's lighthearted arguments, essentially. But I'm so sorry about my dogs barking. But either way, it's like the makeup sex is gonna be incredible. Let me just say that. But yeah. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, and you know, you do spend a lot of this year getting to know this person, but I feel like in doing so, you get to know more about yourself. You're discovering a lot about yourself this year. You're learning more about the deeper inner stuff, you know? Because this person is teaching you a lot, and you're learning how to work or collaborate or to date or whatever it is with someone that on the surface is completely different than you. And so in doing so, you need to know a lot about yourself in order to know how you could work in a connection like this. And so this is really a year where, you know, not only do you get to know someone on a deep level, but you get to know yourself on a deep level. So yeah, this is great. This is beautiful. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use tarot, and I'm gonna use this pink Rider-Waite deck to see what's going on for you in the beginning, the middle, and the end of 2024. So yeah, I shuffled the deck in advance so we could get right into it. So let's start. Spirit, what is the beginning of 2024 gonna be like for my pile 3 viewers? Okay, wow. Okay. Wow. All right, and what is the middle? What is the middle of 2024 gonna be like for my pile 3 viewers? And what is the end of 2024 gonna be like for my pile 3 viewers? Okay. So let's start with the beginning. So the beginning of your year, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, and the World. So you know what? I see money and success in the beginning of 2024 for you. There's some sort of new opportunity coming in. And since this is the Ace of Pentacles, this could be career related or financially related, but, or at least something involving a lot of your time, but you seize that opportunity, and I see so much success for you. I mean, we literally have the 6 of Wands and the World. Like, this is something that, whatever this opportunity is, you're gonna find so much success in it. I see a lot of praise, a lot of compliments, a lot of celebrations for whatever this is. Yeah, I'm just envisioning a lot of people being like, hey, congratulations on that new job or that new raise or whatever this opportunity is. But yeah, I see you feeling yourself. You're confident. You feel like you could take on anything. Like, yeah, the beginning of 2024 is really a bright time for you. It's really a bright time for you. You really, wow, like, you're getting your money up, you're getting success, you're getting recognition, your reputation is boosting. Wow, that's awesome, pile 3. We love that. We love that. But let's take a look at the middle of 2024. So we have the 8 of Wands reversed. We have the King of Swords. And we have the Hanged Man. So what I'm saying is, although you're on a roll in the beginning of 2024, in the middle of the year, it's like something stops you in your tracks. Something stops you in your tracks and you're like, wait a second. What is this? What is this? And you know what I think stops you in your tracks? I think it's this person that I was talking about in your overall themes, because I could totally see this person being represented by the King of Swords. This makes so much sense. You know, King of Swords, they you know, they could be a little blunt in their communication, and so sometimes this person doesn't always seem like the most compassionate person to talk to. You know what I mean? Because they could be a little blunt, a little too direct, and this isn't the type of person that's going to sugarcoat their words or anything like that. And so that being next to the Eight of Wands, that when you meet this person, or when this person comes back, they may say something like super out of pocket, or just something that's taken the wrong way, and you're like, what the hell? Like, what? Like who do you think you're talking to, or something like that. But I see, like, you just can't stop thinking about this person. You can't stop, and you're like, and you're intrigued by this person, even though, you know, things got off on the wrong foot here. You're intrigued on this person, and you choose to go back to this person, to keep getting to know this person. I feel like this person is incredibly intriguing to you. And it's interesting because even though they're kind of blunt and really direct, you still feel so intrigued, and there's so much mystery to this person. It's like, you're like, I want to know more about this person. And that's where this Hanged Man comes in. And I think this is when you had this epiphany moment that I was talking about, where you're like, okay, why am I rejecting this person or writing this person off just because they're so different than me? And it's like you have this epiphany, you have this sort of shift where you're like, okay, maybe I should give this connection a chance. You definitely have the mindset of like, I think there's more to learn here. I think there's more to this person. I think there's more to this connection. And so because of that, let's see where things go here. Let's see where things go. And so, pile 3, before I get into the end of your 2024, I'm gonna go let my dogs out because they want to go outside, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So the cards we got for the end of your year are the Lovers reversed, the Five of Cups, and the Knight of Swords reversed. So what I'm seeing for your end of the year, when it comes to this person, I'm saying there might be a temporary separation. Like I said, this person is going to teach you a lot about yourself, but I also think a lot of that learning is going to be done apart. We did have the 12th house come out for you earlier. The 12th house makes me think of time to yourself, time in isolation. And so what I'm picking up on is, you know, maybe you meet this person and then you have to part ways, or you try pursuing something with this person, but then like there's a breakup or a separation or something. And then you go your separate ways, but I honestly think this is necessary for this connection to thrive in the future, and here's why. Because this is going to show you just how much you care about this person. You're like, wait a second, I never thought I would miss this person so much, or I didn't even know I cared this much about this person. But it took the separation for you to realize this. Because maybe at some point you took this person for granted, or this person took you for granted. But I think what this separation is going to do for the both of you is make you both realize, wait, I actually really care about this person a lot. I have feelings for this person. I miss this person. All of the above. So, and so with the Knight of Swords reversed here, I'm getting this energy of like, okay, I can't take this anymore. I need to say something. I need to do something. And this is either going to come from your end or this person's end. One of you is going to be like, no, like this, like I'm tired of being sad. I'm tired of missing this person. I'm going to say something. I'm going to reach out to them. I'm going to reach out to this person. I don't care. And I'm telling you, some of you might end up blocking this person at some point when this separation happens, or they block you. But whoever's reaching out is going to find a way to overcome that block. Like this person will do like whatever it takes to reach out to you again. And I think they're going to do something really out of character. Like just this impulsive communication could be very out of character, because this person came up as the King of Swords, right? The King of Swords isn't an impulsive communicator at all, right? That's more the Knight of Swords. The King of Swords very carefully plans out the things that they say, and they speak with purpose, right? If the King of Swords reveals something to you, it wasn't an accident. Like they revealed this to you because it's in their best interest to do so, right? But with the Knight of Swords reversed, I feel like they miss you so much that they might do something out of character and impulsively reach out when they usually would never do that to anyone. This person might have a bit of pride to them, and they might be the type of person that's usually like, oh, well, things are over. Like, that's it. Like, I'm on to the next, you know, like whatever. But this person can get over you, and I don't think you could get over this person. And so at the end of the year, we see things coming around again when this impulsive communication comes in. And so I definitely don't think that 2024 is just the end of the story for this connection at all. I'm definitely seeing that things might even end up being stronger in 2025 with you guys, because this little separation or this little rift that you guys had, all it did was make you stronger in the end, and you'll see that when things come back around. And you know, if something's really meant for you, or if someone's really meant for you, they'll come around again, and you could trust that. And so if you're thinking, oh, this person would never come back around, like it's never gonna happen, or even if you think that about yourself, because you're not usually that type of person, maybe you're like, oh, like I'll never reach out again, or something like that, you'll be surprised. Okay, you'll be surprised, because if this is really meant to be, it'll come back around some way, somehow, whether it's on your end or from their end. It'll come back around, trust me. And like I said this before, in the overall themes, this is an incredibly strong connection. This is someone that will steal your heart. Like I'm even getting soulmate or karmic connection vibes. And so this is not a connection that'll easily be broken at all. And you will learn that at the end of the year and in 2025. So yeah, pile 3, that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope this helps. I hope you have a wonderful 2024. And I hope you have a nice holiday season if you're watching this around the time I post this. If you want a personal reading, feel free to check out my Etsy. It's linked below, and I'll be adding more listings to that soon. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, thank you so much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.